some good news, some bad news. We're going to talk about Halo for a second. So we finally know when co-op is coming out. They've set a date. It's going to be November 8th. So that's what, like a full year after its initial release. Hey, at least we got it. At least we'll be able to play it soon. Yep.
Little disappointing, that's for sure.
Yeah. We're also getting the Forge beta on that day. Mm-hmm. Kudos where kudos is done. Syb, I don't know if you've seen some of the use of the mod tools, like the beta mod tools for Forge. That stuff looks legit. Like, I don't know. I might be mistaken here, but some of the stuff that you can do with the Forge in Halo Infinite takes it to not just the next level, but 10 levels above it. I've seen people do stuff where they like make like a Mario Kart race where you can actually drag bananas behind your warthog and stuff like that, and then create entirely new levels. It's amazing. So I'm very excited to see where Forge goes. Unfortunately, because of all like the lack of content regarding Halo Infinite compared to other live service games, and the lack of, the promised features being at launch, like co-op, the discussion surrounding Halo Infinite has been negative. Understandably so. Still breaks my heart because I am a lifelong Halo fan. And unfortunately, the discussion has just been poisoned even more because alongside these announcements that were made by 343, the development studio behind Halo, they confirmed that they have officially canceled something that they promised would be there. And that being split screen co-op.
I mean, I have to say, I have to put my neck out a little bit for these developers here, guys. Sometimes you want to add a feature, and it's just humanly impossible. Like, no matter what you do, there's no way. Like, you could have a million people working on this for 10,000 years. There's just no way to add split screen into the game. I mean, it's not like you could accidentally add it just by doing a bunch of pushes on the menu options and then just naturally getting it to happen by just by knowing how to tweak the game a little bit. Is like, that doesn't happen, guys. I mean, come on, like, we all have to face reality here. Modders can't possibly figure out a way to add this to the game in the
they did.
They did. I'm sorry. My bad here, guys. Apparently, yes, you can just activate split screen in the game currently just by going through some menu options and tweaking some things. I don't know how these guys at the 343 missed that.
Yeah, so check this out. So I'm going to explain to you guys how easy this is. Okay, so 343, they can't figure out how to get split screen to work universally, okay? But there are people that have figured out a simple glitch to actually get split screen to work in Halo Infinite right now. So check it out. I'm going to read you the very basic steps, okay?
The complex math. Mathematicians have been working on this tirelessly for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of collective hours trying to figure out how to do this. Go on. What's the complex programming hacking method to get this to work?
Okay,
Go ahead.
First step is very difficult, okay? First, launch the game.
Oh, yes. Very difficult. Very, very difficult. I know you guys are already sweating. Don't worry.
Okay.
It gets a little easier.
All right. Second thing is you enter your friends list. Okay. Okay.
Now I have to say, this is more difficult for most people because they don't have a lot of friends. So,
Yeah. Number 3, when loading map appears on screen, select and join a friend idling in the menu. Step 4, leave the fire team. 5, select custom lobby, go to server, and then go offline. And then 6, connect additional controllers and gamer tags. And then once you've done all that, you can have split screen. Now, it's a glitch. You're not technically supposed to be able to do that, but based on what I understand, it works for the most part. Now, what the hell is going on at 343 where people can do this on their own, but they can't offer it as a universal service for Halo? Like, it's not like they are under Microsoft. They do have the funding for it. They can hire additional people. And you guys promised, like back when Halo 5 came out, Syb, this was a huge deal. They didn't have split screen co-op. And for people who aren't, sorry, let me step back for a second. For people who aren't longtime Halo fans like me and Syb, split screen co-op is such a staple feature of the franchise. It's been there since the beginning. It's how people grew to love Halo in the first place. When it wasn't in Halo 5, people were pissed, myself included, because I wanted to play with my dad. Like, that was something that my dad and I always used to do. And then Bonnie Ross, the boss over at 343, she said, you know what? We learned our lesson from this. We promise it's going to be in Halo Infinite. And now it's canceled. What the hell is going on at 343? And it pisses me off because, you know what? I love Halo Infinite, like, more than most people. But I will acknowledge that this stuff is unacceptable.
Yeah. Ash and I spent a lot of time playing split screen Halo back in the day. I don't know what's going on. Some people have come out and called them evil. Some people have come out and called them absolutely incompetent. I would say definitely there's something in there. The fact that it does technically work, but they're like, oh no, we just can't get this to work. We don't know why.
You know what? Like, well, yeah, there are elements of incompetence going on here. But you know what? I'll stick my neck out here for something. I think 343 is a little bit of a better studio than people give them credit for. I thought Halo 4 was a great game. It wasn't any of the previous games, but as a follow-up to the legendary franchise that Halo was at the time, and to some degree still is, it was a solid follow-up. Halo 5... we don't talk about it. And Halo Infinite, I thought it was a step in the right direction. And I don't mean like, you know, how IGN says that every Madden game that comes out every year is a step in the right direction. I thought, as a longtime Halo fan, it was a step in the right direction. But this is just ridiculous.